This video is sponsored by Moshi. Did you know that Moshi is officially a key player in the Design for Surface program? The Design for Surface team exists to showcase high-quality products that have received Microsoft's stamp of approval. These products augment the Surface brand and experience by not just working with the Surface lineup, but by enhancing the usability and pairing closely to the user's needs. Stay tuned for more information on a few Moshi products that I've been using with my current Surface Laptop 3 setup. The Surface Laptop 3 has been out for almost a year now. In that time, I've used it off and on, specifically for things like typing up docs, emails, photo editing, very light gaming, and content consumption. Since I never formally made a review video, I figured it would be cool if we went back a year and did a 1-year experience with the Surface Laptop 3. The model that I have is the 13.5-inch model, and it packs a 10th gen Ice Lake Core i7, 16GB of RAM, and a 512GB SSD. Microsoft made the Surface Laptop 3 easier to repair, though I don't plan on doing it myself, even if that time arises. Based off of the other laptops I've used, the Surface Laptop 3 comes apart very differently. The top portion where the keyboard resides is actually the removable part versus the backplate. Once inside, the only component that's user replaceable is the SSD. The design and build quality of the Surface Laptop 3 has held up incredibly well. This is partially due to the fact that I opted for the all aluminum model, or aluminium for my UK folks, over the Alcantara model, which over time could show oil stains on the fabric. The blacked out model that I have is absolutely gorgeous. It's a color that I feel Apple is really missing when it comes to their current lineup, but I hope to see them add it in the future. If black isn't your thing, you can always opt for the gold, blue, or platinum models. The solid aluminum clamshell design has a slight wedge shape to it that makes it easy to slide into a shoulder bag or a camera bag like the Moshi Arcus that I've been using. More on that in a few. The overall weight is around 2.89 pounds, depending on the model that you opt for. This is right in the middle of Apple's MacBook Air and 13-inch MacBook Pro. While there are lighter 13-inch laptops out there, this is by no means a clunky or heavy laptop. From a durability perspective, it's held up great. In fact, I can't even find a scuff, a ding, a dent, or anything like that anywhere on the body, despite banging it a couple times on the corner of a few walls and a desk. The edges are still perfectly intact, which is more than I can say about my current MacBook Pro. The I/O of the Surface Laptop 3 I feel is its biggest downside. It's not awful, but the lack of Thunderbolt 3 is an issue, especially for creatives like myself. Not being able to easily expand the storage using an external NVMe drive for extremely fast transfers, or connect the Surface Laptop 3 to an eGPU is a bit of a head scratcher in 2020. Factor in the price for one of these laptops, and it makes matters look even worse. Even Apple's cheapest, most recent MacBook Air offering has Thunderbolt 3 on board, and if we take a look at a more direct competitor like the Dell XPS 13, it's really no comparison. Despite this, the port selection is decent, I would say, on the Surface Laptop 3. We have a single USB-A port and a USB-C 3.1 Gen 2 port. There's a 3.5mm headphone jack and a proprietary Surface connector port on the opposite side. Of course, this port selection can be expanded with something like the Moshi Symbus Q. This is an external dock that can be plugged into the Surface Laptop 3 and also requires wall power. The USB-C connection supports PD fast charging up to 60 watts. It features 2 USB-A ports, one of which has the ability to charge your smartphone or other various accessories up to 2.1 amps. If you would like to connect your Surface Laptop 3 to an external monitor, you can use the HDMI port on the Symbus Q for 4K video output up to 30 Hz and 1080p at 60 Hz. What makes the Symbus Q special, however, is the Q-Coil wireless charging technology. It can wirelessly charge your Android or iPhone device through cases as thick as 5mm. Speaking of wireless charging, it supports the 7-watt standard from Apple and 10 watts for Samsung devices. I'll link to the Symbus Q down in the description and the Arcus if you feel like checking them out. In use, the Surface Laptop 3 is a killer laptop despite the I/O. The keyboard is awesome and way better than my 2018 MacBook Pro, which is why I always reach for my Surface Laptop 3 when it comes to emails and docs. The trackpad is also a joy to use and easily the best trackpad experience I personally have had on a Windows laptop to date. Although it is a little small since I'm used to the gigantic one from Apple, I think my favorite feature about the Surface Laptop 3 is the instant on combined with the Windows Hello feature. I mean, this is some of the fastest login action I have ever experienced on any laptop. The display on the Surface Laptop 3 is really nice to look at. The 3:2 aspect ratio is a Microsoft staple found across all of their Surface devices. It's great for productivity work like typing docs, browsing websites, and basically anything that involves getting a little bit more information on your screen at once. The display is a touchscreen, which is really nice, although I rarely find myself ever using it, simply because I would rather not have to clean the display constantly, or at least any more than I would on a regular laptop. Let me know in the comments, do you enjoy touchscreens on laptops, or are they best suited for tablets and two-in-ones? The only downside I found with this display is slight letterboxing when watching movies or videos compared to what you might see on a traditional 16:9 display. Otherwise, the display is very sharp, it's bright enough and provides good viewing angles. The colors and contrast are really nice and punchy, making this an excellent laptop for photo editing. Let me give you a quick breakdown of my on-the-go Surface Laptop 3 creative setup. For my bag, I'm using the Arcus from Moshi with the added camera cube. It's a 20-liter bag and has a plethora of storage options and pockets. The design is sleek and modern while not being too crazy and in your face. It's available in a couple colors, but I found the titanium gray to be right up my alley since I really can't get my hands on the black model. There's a place on the side for the water bottle to go or a tripod, which I generally put my Peak Design tripod over here. On the other side, there is a side loading compartment for quickly accessing my Fuji X-T3, my favorite camera for taking stills currently. I also like to keep an extra lens or two over here for switching it up when trying to get that perfect shot. The laptop compartment can store my Surface Laptop 3 with zero issues since it can hold laptops up to 15 inches. Additionally, I can stash my iPad back here, as well as my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, plus a battery pack, my Sabrent USB-C external drive, and a couple cables. Up top, there's a crush-proof compartment for my Surface headphones, which come in clutch all of the time. The speakers on the Surface Laptop 3 are good, and I love the way Microsoft stashes them behind the keyboard. But the Surface headphones are just on another level, especially when it comes to the ANC technology that's on board. On the front of the bag, I like to keep a Rocket notebook and a few pens. Rocket notebooks are awesome, by the way. They are a great way to help out the environment since they're completely reusable. So far, this setup has allowed me to really stay productive on the go. Although I don't really use the Surface Laptop 3 for video editing, it can be done. 1080p video editing in Premiere Pro is no sweat, and even 4K is possible if you needed to get something done in a pinch. I've edited a couple videos for social media, but honestly, I haven't really attempted any longer 4K edits for YouTube on this laptop. The same concept applies for gaming since the Surface Laptop 3 does not have a dedicated GPU. This isn't to say that gaming is impossible. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Games like Overwatch, PUBG, League of Legends, Rocket League, Diablo 3, and many others are pretty kosher on this machine. Just make sure that you do your research and find out if the game that you're interested in is playable on integrated graphics and it's more CPU intense. I was pleasantly surprised to see just how many games don't require a dedicated GPU. Okay, so that's been a whole lot of positivity. Let's talk about some negatives. First of all, the battery life is pretty subpar. On average, I'm getting between 5 and 6 hours of use. Keep in mind, this is after a year of on and off usage, so I'm pretty sure the battery's overall health has depleted. Also, in the beginning, there were several bugs and issues I experienced where the fans would just ramp up for no reason, resulting in even more battery drain. The saving grace to this battery life is Microsoft's new fast charging feature that charges from 0 to 80% in roughly about an hour. The downside is you still have to have a plug, and you can't use the laptop, otherwise fast charging just doesn't work. Speaking of fans ramping up, the Surface Laptop 3 obviously isn't going to have the best cooling system out there. If you do decide to game on it or edit videos, you will see a noticeable spike in temperatures if it's on your lap. So, gentlemen, please watch your giblets. The lack of Thunderbolt 3, despite Microsoft's security concerns, really hurts. If I could connect an NVIDIA 2060 or 2070 to it, plus a high refresh rate gaming monitor, I think this would really take the experience up to the next level, as well as help the cooling system. Despite the display being really good, don't get me wrong, it isn't exactly accurate straight out of the box. I recommend using a display calibrator like this one to calibrate it if you're planning on doing any serious photo or video editing. There's a lot to love about the Surface Laptop 3. And there's a lot of innovation packed inside this thing. Despite Microsoft being a software-first company, they have some of the best dang hardware on the market. But at the end of the day, can I recommend you go out and spend your money on this laptop, especially after a year? If you're planning on buying one brand new, absolutely not. I can guarantee you a refresh is coming right around the corner. If you can find a good deal on a used or a refurbished model, then I don't see anything wrong with picking one up. Just know that there are better options out there from makers like Dell, HP, Asus, and others, but you're not gonna get the same pristine build quality as a Surface Laptop 3. If it was up to me, I personally would check out the Dell XPS 13-inch. I think that's the best compact Windows laptop that's currently available, but this is just my opinion. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. If you feel like picking up any of the items I spoke about in this video, check out the description. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like, subscribe for more videos just like this, and I'll see you amazing people in the next video.